if I told you that a part of the Chapter 1 map is on the Chapter 2 island right now and everyone has missed it? I'm going to be showing you exactly where it is and how you can see it for yourself. As the connection between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 grows stronger, we're going to be talking everything Fortnite story and the potential return of a Chapter 1 island, something that everyone wants to see. If you want to see the Chapter 1 island return in some form, give this video a thumbs up. I am so excited to share what's been found. I'm going to go in game and show you this awesome secret that's been discovered. But first of all, let's talk about the fact that actually the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 island are starting to merge a little bit already. The very first time we saw Kevin the Cube was in Chapter 1, and already he's starting to return. The connection between the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 island is starting to be recognized more and more. Rather than being completely separate entities, these two are definitely connected. I was doing a little bit of Googling, a little bit of research, and actually Donald Mustard himself said that the Chapter 2 island is just a reconfiguration of the Chapter 1 island. And we know through the now 8 seasons of Chapter 2 that we've had, we've seen many similar, if not identical places return. UFO Mothership had Chapter 1 POIs inside it. We've seen different versions of Tilted Towers return. The connection between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 is not necessarily a separation of time, but a connection as to who's controlling the Fortnite world. We're going to be talking about the cubes a lot this season, as they're already starting to move around the map. There's several examples you can see here of different cubes starting to move. The gold and blue one are obviously the most exciting one. The blue one, the Allier cube, can actually heal you and give you some shield if you connect with it, which is the nicest cube we've ever seen on the island. Probably the only good cube, actually, ever in existence. And the gold one, we're still waiting to see what's happened, but I've got my sneaky suspicion it's going to be the most impactful. To better understand who controls the Fortnite island and how Chapter 1 and 2 are connected and why a part of the Chapter 1 map is right in front of our eyes right now, we need to go ahead and take a look at these beautiful comics right here. Shout out to Aaron, my editor, that managed to source all 6 of the Batman comic books. I've been reading them each night before I go to bed over the last few days, and I finished them just now so I can put together this video and give you some incredible information. In the comic books, we find out some key information that is specific to Fortnite. For example, the island resets and loops every 22 minutes. Within the comic book, Batman's trying to escape the loop, something that is the ultimate goal, apparently, of all the Fortnite characters, to get out of the loop and out of the island. While you're within the loop, we know that you can't talk, you lose your memory, but believe it or not, despite all of these things going against Batman in the comic, in his endeavor to try and escape the island, he actually figures it out. How do you think Batman manages to escape the loop? Well, it all comes down really to like an original Fortnite meme almost. Do any of you guys remember these videos? Wow, mine managed to get almost 8 million views. It is basically people trying to last until the final possible stage of the Fortnite storm. Now, I believe in this original version of the video, where this person, Steve, manages to pull it off in October 2017. I mean, the game had pretty much just come out at this point. As the storm starts to converge and get smaller and smaller and smaller, look at this. As it gets smaller, it actually stops. It actually stayed this part of a storm, and you can actually sit in it infinitely and not get damaged. That's obviously since been patched, but the idea of being at the center of a storm has been an idea since the very beginning of Fortnite. Batman had the same idea, and if you manage to be in the dead center of the final Fortnite storm, as the storm closes in on you at the 22-minute mark, you can escape the loop. You end up on the exact same version of the Fortnite island. You get the ability to talk again, and anyone else that's ever escaped is on that island as well. And Batman actually meets some of these characters. Now, one of the biggest discoveries and interesting look into the world of Fortnite was recently with the launch of the Imposters game mode. We actually are within the Imagined Order's headquarters, which has so many secrets in it. Everything from Captain America's shield to literally a cube rolling around and being experimented on. Even the center point, where we've seen Agent Jones jump in and fly himself into the Fortnite island in a season where he's collecting all of the hunters. But remembering all of the screens that are on display in the Imagined Order base, you'll see multiple iterations of the loop happening all at once with red X's on all the screens. And at first, I wasn't sure what this meant. I believe these red X's represent the dead center, the final point of the Fortnite storm, where if somebody happens to be standing there as the storm closes in, they'll be able to escape the loop. Now, the IO base is again tied into the Batman storyline, and obviously the deeper importance of who's controlling this Fortnite world and why Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are so connected. Once Batman's escaped the loop, he's still stuck on the island, and he finds out that to get off the island, he must enter through the bunkers. Now, I've theorized, and it's pretty much confirmed now, that the bunkers are an access route for the imagined order under the map as a way for them to get onto the island, change things, do things, basically an access point. And typically these were 3 spots in the corners of the Fortnite map. However, at the start of this season, as we know if you've seen yesterday's video, all about the secrets within Season 8, a new bunker has appeared on the island. So far, none of these bunkers have actually been accessible in any way, but we have managed to get into imagined order bases through different accesses that always lead underground. As Batman enters in through the bunker, he gets all the way down to the bottom and ends up in the exact same place that the imposter's game mode is based. Literally in the imagined order's underground headquarters. There he finds the 0 point, and I've got a huge theory about the 0 point that I'll share right at the end of the video, so you don't want to miss it. I think the 0 point is the biggest part of the Fortnite storyline, and the 0 point is ultimately what connects all of these realities together, and Batman goes back through it to go back to Gotham, and even skins like the Renegade Raider, for example, isn't originally from the Fortnite map. She goes back in to wherever she came from, which means everyone on the Fortnite island, apart from maybe Agent Jones and anyone from the imagined order, are originally outside in their own realities and have been brought into the Fortnite world. And we know that the imagined order have been controlling the island for thousands of years. They mentioned this in an audio line in a trailer recently. And as a result, it's safe to say that the overarching powerhouse and controllers of the island is the imagined order. They set the island up. They control everything on the island. They make sure the storm comes in and every game lasts 22 minutes infinitely to keep people in the loop. So for huge new Chapter 2 Season 8 Island, where is there a glitch, an accidental link to the Chapter 1 world, and why is it there? Well, we're going to be going to, not surprisingly, an imagined order base. In fact, you can find it just here. It's in between Dirty Dogs and Retail Row, and as we fly over to it, there's something that when I found this, my mind was blown, and genuinely I'm so excited. I know we all want to see the Chapter 1 island return. I'll be honest, I don't know if a Chapter 1 island would ever return in its entirety. I think we'll continue to see overlaps of a Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 island. You never know. It could fully return. We all want it to happen. And this is just a small hint of something going wrong potentially on the Fortnite island right now. If we head into this base right here and head upstairs, I am looking at something that should not be there. And I'm not going to explain it to you guys for the moment. I'm just going to look at it. Take a look at that. And now, take a look at this. Did you notice anything? These chests are different. The chest you're seeing on screen here, this is the Chapter 2 chest. Chests that have existed since Chapter 2, Season 1, Day 1. Open these up. Bam, get some loot. These chests are the only standard chests that have existed aside from the additional cosmic, etc. ones that have been added. This has been the standard chest in Chapter 2 since Day 1. This is not a Chapter 2 chest. This is a Chapter 1 chest. It's right here on the Chapter 2 island within this half-destroyed imagined order base. What is it doing here? Why is it here? Look at the way the glow's coming off the chest. This is the very first time that a Chapter 1 chest has ever appeared in Chapter 2, and there's 100% a reason behind this. I know Donald Mustard is up to something. If we open it up, it even seems to be a little bit slower, just like the Chapter 1 chest that we know. And I want somebody to confirm this. This may not be true, but I want to test out this theory. I've only ever gotten weapons that were available at some point in Chapter 1 from this chest. And I want all of you guys to land here and open it up yourself and see if you also only get Chapter 1 loot. There's a chance that may not be true, but I just want to test it out, as this, although it's tiny, is a huge, huge piece of information for the connection between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. This was noticed by Mac Tora on Twitter, and a big shout out to him for sharing this. Now, I promised I'd share with you guys my theory on the biggest part of Fortnite, and what I'm starting to think is the most important thing within the world of Fortnite itself, and the reason that we're playing Battle Royale potentially as well. At the very end of the Batman comics, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, we see the Batman Who Laughs, who's actually a part of the DC Batman multiverse, and is apparently a merge of the Batman and Joker, and is actually very, very evil. Potentially a skin that actually we'll see in the future Fortnite store. That'd be awesome. Don't forget to pop in code ALIE just like these guys for a shout out. And at the end, we saw Dr. Sloan herself from the Imagined Order, but also Lex Luthor. And the whole reason that the Batman comic books happened is because Lex Luthor and the Batman Who Laughed, two evil characters, wanted to harness the power of the 0 point from Fortnite. Now, this is just a theory. I love my theories. I love the Fortnite story. It's the reason I'm still so invested in Fortnite. This is my theory. Throughout the entirety of Fortnite, be it Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and the far future, no doubt, there's been a consistent part of the story. And that consistent part of... Dude, someone in this lobby is called ALIE. Someone just shotgunned the 60,000th version of ALIE. Poor guy. As I was saying, there's been a consistent story. Bad things or people going after the 0 point. The 0 point seems to be this huge mass of energy and power that everybody, but more specifically evil people, really want to get hold of. The monster from the Monster vs. Robot event specifically tried to get access to the 0 point. Galactus, who flew from literally light years away just because he sensed the power of the 0 point. The alien trespassers, who came and literally took over the whole map last season just to find the 0 point. And within the Batman comic books, Lex Luthor, the Batman Who Laughs. There's a constant repetition of storytelling here. This is my theory. Whoever first found and discovered the 0 point and the power that it holds, created Fortnite Battle Royale and the loop system as a defense mechanism to stop evil people specifically getting access to the 0 point and ultimately harnessing that power for themselves. If anyone ever gets onto the Battle Royale island, they lose their memory and can't talk, and they just start fighting over and over and over. And if anyone is powerful or strong enough to enter the island and still be able to keep control of their mind and go for the 0 point, is always fought off by the people that are already in the loop on the island battling, as we stop them from getting access. But hey, that's just my theory. Keep your eyes peeled. Go and check out this Chapter 1 chest for yourself. There may be more Chapter 1 anomalies on the island right now that we are all missing. And oh my gosh, it's safe to say that big things are coming for the rest of this season. More videos on screen here. Don't forget to subscribe to see all of those huge things as they come throughout this season. I'll see you guys in another video. Click on screen. Thanks for watching.